Hey guys, welcome to another episode of BTBRV Rants. Let's dive straight into the questions. Now the first question comes from a viewer who's asking about air compressors that can fill up RV tires to 110 psi or greater. Now that's actually a really good question because even though a lot of them that you find on Amazon claim to go up to 150 psi, most of them can't reach that high without burning themselves out. My go-to brand and probably the most reliable brand on the market is going to be Viair. The specific one you would probably need would be either the 400 RV or the 450 RV. Those are both compressor and a bag type setups where you're going to get the compressor, you're going to get a bag, you're going to get extension hoses, and you're also going to have that trigger inflation gun that lets you really fill up conveniently, even if you're trying to fill up dually tires. It's just a very convenient setup. So I would definitely recommend checking out the 400 or the 450 RV series because in my opinion that's probably exactly what you're looking for. So the next question comes from a couple who says that they're planning on buying a Grand Design Reflection 337 RL with a dry weight of 10,570 pounds and a gross vehicle weight rating of 13,995 pounds with a pin weight of 2,090 pounds. Now that 2,090 pounds is likely based on the dry weight. You're probably going to be closer to 2,500 pounds once you've loaded the basement up with all of your supplies and everything you're bringing with you. The question is whether they should go with a dual rear wheel or a single rear wheel F350 truck. I would say that you should be fine with an F350 single rear wheel truck. Just keep in mind to look closely at the door sticker to make sure that the cargo capacity of that truck exceeds 3,000 pounds. You don't want to get into a scenario where you get a package that does not have the correct cargo rating and it's not going to give you the amount of capacity you need to properly hold and support the weight of the pin of your fifth wheel, which again is probably going to be closer to 2,500 pounds. So just pay close attention to that sticker. If it's over 3,000 pounds payload capacity, then you should be fine with a single rear wheel truck. So the next question is also about a Grand Design. It's the 150 series, which is their lightweight fifth wheel. It's the 290BH, which claims to have a pin weight of 1,280 pounds. And he says that his 3/4 ton truck has a 2,260 pound maximum cargo capacity. That being said, keep in mind the 1,280 pound fifth wheel pin weight is likely based on the dry weight of the trailer, which means that that pin weight is going to be closer to about 1,600 to 1,700 pounds once you've loaded up the front of your fifth wheel's basement with all your supplies and everything you plan on bringing with you. I would probably recommend getting airbags, getting something to help support the weight on the back of your 3/4 ton. You're not too far off from where you need to be, but in my opinion, you still will be a little bit heavy in terms of the fifth wheel's pin weight. So try to do something to help support your 3/4 ton in the back a little bit. It's pretty close. I think it's probably close enough that you should be fine. But again, it's one of those scenarios where as long as you don't overload your fifth wheel and you're very careful with what you put in it, plus you have something to help support the rear suspension of your 3/4 ton, you should be in good shape. So the next question came over my Facebook page, and the viewer wants to know why Ford rates the F350 and 450 dual rear-wheel trucks both at 14,000 pounds gross vehicle weight rating when the 450 has heavier wheels, tires, brakes, springs, axles, all of those things that make the 450 a little different than the 350. And the reason why they both have a 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating is because they're both Class 3 pickups. If you get the F450 or F550 cab and chassis truck, now you're getting a Class 4 or a Class 5 pickup, but when you get the F450 in a pickup truck format, it is a Class 3 pickup, which has a maximum gross vehicle weight rating of 14,000 pounds. If they had made the F450 a 14,500 pound or a 15,000 pound gross vehicle weight rated vehicle, it would have been categorized as a Class 4 pickup truck, and that would have made the insurance costs higher, plus the cost to register it, and in some places you may not even be able to register it unless it's a commercial vehicle. So the next question comes from a viewer who has a 2011 F150 EcoBoost with the Max tow package. They currently tow a 2017 Keystone Outback ultralight travel trailer. The model number is 29UBH, and it weighs in at a 7,800 pound gross vehicle weight rating. And he's wondering if that's a bad combination. Should he get a bigger truck? Now, in my opinion, I do believe that your trailer is a little heavy and long for your truck. And what I'd like to find out is, how does it currently tow? have you had any issues at all with sway? What type of weight distribution hitch do you use? How well do you set it up? As well as, any scenarios that you've been through that might make you wonder if you should get a bigger truck. So those are all questions that I really need to get the answers to before I can give you a definitive answer. And the next question is from a viewer that wants to know what the appropriate percentage of weight that a travel trailer and a fifth wheel should transfer to the back of a truck is. In terms of a travel trailer, it should be between 10 and 15%, ideally right in between there. On a fifth wheel, it should be in between about 17 and 25%, usually closer to 20 to 25%. So those numbers ensure that you have the right amount of weight transferred to the back of your tow vehicle, and you want to make sure that your truck's payload capacity can support that type of weight as well. Anyways, guys, that's all the time I have to answer questions today. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to this channel as well as my main channel, Big Truck, Big RV. We'll talk to you again soon.